Hey guys, happy 3-string Thursday. How's everybody doing out there? I'm going to give you guys a little tip today when you're changing out your strings on your cigar box guitar. Buddy of mine kept breaking a string, and I changed the strings for him, and I showed him this little tip. So check it out. I'm using my my strings that I sell on my website. You can use whatever strings you want. This will work on any strings, but I sell these nickel-plated strings. This is for open G tuning. It's a 42, 32, and 24 gauge string. I'm going to show you guys a little trick when you're changing out your strings. He kept breaking the string, and I've talked to other people that do the same thing, so it's not a big deal, man. You can break a string every now and then, but it's more fun to break them when you're playing rather than when you're changing a string. Then that's no fun. But but check this out. So what I do is I just get it started, get a couple wraps on there, and once I get it, a little floppy on the fretboard, all I do is go about 7, somewhere in the middle of the neck, 7th, 8th fret, whatever. Let's do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Let's do the 7th fret, and I'll just lay my finger on it and move it to the side. Let's get our tuner out first. Here's a snark. I'm gonna put my snark tuner on here, and so I just put my finger on it and move the string a little to the side gently. You don't put a lot of pressure, just put a little pressure on that string, and then with your other hand start to tune it up, and when it pops out, it should be pretty darn close to where you want it to be. There's D right there. So let me show you again. Let's loosen it. So I'll just put a little pressure on the pull. I'll push my finger down and pull it to the side, and let the tension of the string. So there's that. What was it in B, C, C sharp? There's D right there. Boom. So you're close to where you need to be. Let's try it with. Let's go with the G. Sometimes you don't know where you're what range you want to be in, and strings are easy to break. So let's try it on the heavier string. I think I've made like thousands of guitars, so so this is a good little tip that I do all the time, and maybe this will help you guys if you're breaking a string whenever you're changing your wires out. So let's see. All right, so there we go. You got kind of floppy, right? So kind of move it up, put my finger down and move it over just a little bit, and see when it pops out. Let's see where it's at. It's a E, F, G. There you go. So you got G, D. Let's do the high G. It helps to have a little a string winder. One of these guys. This is the Dunlop one. That's the Dunlop string winder. I like that one a bunch. I have a bunch of those, and that's kind of my favorite. So this is the 24 gauge. So I like to leave a little slack and then give it a few wraps. Bend the main string up and give it some cranks. Alright, so we'll put our finger on the string, bend it over a little bit. Let's see where it ends up. It's an E, F, F sharp, G. Boom. No broken strings. So yeah, that was the main thing I want to show you guys. If you just kind of put your finger on the string and move it over a little bit, as you tighten it up, it'll be in the neighborhood of where you want to be at least. And you won't be breaking strings that way. So maybe save you a little money in that department. So there you go, pro tip. When you're changing out your strings, just put a little pressure with your other hand, and when it pops out, that string should be pretty darn close where you want it to be. Alright guys, and check out my strings over at Snowden Guitars. I got nickel plated phosphorus bronze 3 and 4 string packs for open G tuning. See you guys.